Hello everyone, welcome to Product and Furniture at Chelsea College of Arts. My name's Jason Cleverley, I'm the course leader. My research practice is about connecting people with each other and objects through situated design in museums and art galleries. I also undertake contextual analysis of how people engage with each other to help understand and develop new forms for design interpretation. Why come to Chelsea? Well, it's an extraordinary campus location. We've got a fabulous mix of courses that we collaborate with, amazing, knowledgeable tutors from all sorts of backgrounds. Facilities are great, technical facilities are fantastic, and we have excellent dedicated technicians. One of the things that we're interested in on this course is live projects. We're also very keen on material practice. We also are very keen to understand about how people operate in context. We have lots of critical practice discussion. We have visiting lecturers, we have symposiums, and we have, as I said, a lot of amazing staff. In year one, we introduce people to a range of material practices and also try to get people to understand the function and meaning of materials. Also, we consider design ethnography, how people are engage with objects, with each other, and we also consider social, climate, and racial justice, and try to think about what design research means and how it can be developed by yourselves. First year work, we look at a range of material practices, so wood, metal, ceramics, mold making, textiles, and digital. One of the projects looks at ways in which people might play. This is the wood one, this is a metal one. What are the motivations for playful interaction? This is a ceramics one that looks at condiments. We also spend time undertaking field studies, looking at how people do everyday things like eating and what happens when we undertake these naturalistic experiments where we get people to disrupt the ordinary affordances of tools and techniques to develop objects like this. The combination of chopsticks and a spoon came out of that project. Another first year project, we work with donated furniture and we reconfigure it so it becomes something else. So we can understand how those objects work in the first place, but then come up with new possibilities for the material so they don't get wasted. Going on to year two, we're really interested in continuing to develop live projects and proposals for live projects, how you communicate those ideas to clients, and the context for design. What happens? Where does it happen? We're really interested in different kinds of research methods, participatory design, speculative design, and situated design. A project we do is with the worshipful company of fan makers. They're interested in how we might rethink the fan. Here we can see somebody's particularly concerned with the material and aesthetic qualities from the fan design. Somebody else was looking at sustainability and recycling. Another person doing that project was looking at choreography in the body. Another live project we've run in the past is a collaboration with residents of a South London community centre. We build objects in a co-creative way with those residents to develop artifacts, some of which go into production. You can see a resident here with the designers of the piece behind them. We also work in museums. This is a design that considers the older visitor and how they might interact in museums. Another project in year two, live project, is called part of the ecology of action is about neurodiversity in the office. How can people work and live in places that are sympathetic to them? And then, of course, we go into year three with final major projects. We often split up year three into different themes and pathways, like provocation, design for place, and design for purpose. We're really interested in helping people move forward into the next stage. That might be further studies, but we also make sure people consider critical practice to define their critical practice and to resolve their critical practice and their design practice too. We also look at ways in which you might communicate your work. So work in progress shows, there's one here in an old bus station. And we're also very keen to make sure that any written reflective design reports are also physical and tangible objects, some of which end up in our excellent library. A third year project by Sam here called Mood Swing is a series of kinetic incense burners designed to generate calm within a space. This is the Boolean chair by Han, which reimagines the relationship between maker tool and the perceived value of the human touch. And Hoof is a design by Mercedes, where she went actually and worked on a farm, learning about wool and about shearing sheep, and the fact that a lot of wool is burnt and not recycled. So that project was particularly about that material. And Luca was looking last year particularly at leather, the sustainable material leather, to create this Hereford chair. The degree show is really important to us. Apologies for this picture. I took this before it opened recently, and it gets very busy in the evening. Lots of people come, all sorts of design professionals come along to that, and we also take students to new designers as well. So what we're looking for within your personal statement, we want to see drawing. Not your personal statement, your portfolio, sorry. We want to see drawing and model making and understand what aspects of design interest you. What is contextual admissions? Well, it's a way in which we can support student applications from a range of backgrounds and circumstances. So consider that potentially. What else happens? Well, there's an additional year between the second and third year called the DPS, where you can go and do internships and work in other situations to understand the design world a little more. You could also do a year studying in the Creative Computing Institute down in Camberwell and learn things like coding and embedded technologies. There's also study abroad with the exchange program. We have relationships with Milan, with Eindhoven and so on. And also we have an exchange with NAFA in Singapore. Some of our students go out to Singapore and their students come back to us. There's plenty of advice from UAL careers and employability, as you might imagine. We also do quite a lot of projects that are extracurricular as well. And those are quite important for us too. I just thought I was asked to look at where people were going, and I just had a quick look at LinkedIn. And I could see that quite a few people are off to the Royal College, to CSM and other postgraduate courses around the world. And lots of people are setting up their own design practice. But I could see that there were assistant designers at St. Laurent Studio, a designer at Soho House, an assistant designer at Paul Coxidge, a CNC programmer for Object Design Limited, an exhibition coordinator at a museum, and somebody else working in UX design in J Morgan Chase, the bankers. Next step. So make sure you have a jolly good look at the course web page. Come for a visit on the open days. Obviously apply and through UCAS. And we also have a portfolio advice web page. So have a look at that. And the other thing you might want to do is contact us personally. Send us an email. We can do portfolio surgeries. We can give you some help if you're worried about applying to us and going through the interview process. We're really happy to speak to people about how they might approach that. And if you're international, check you have a UAL representative in your country. I hope that helps. And please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And good luck. And hopefully I'll see you soon.